Finally, a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky that I could see. It's been like overcast for like forever. But it's winter. So I guess that's what it does. Well, it's not officially winter yet, but it will be. A few weeks. And it's probably about 50 degrees right now, but it's windy. Hopefully my microphone's doing its job. Well, man, I would like to just for once get on here and make a video and say, the world is going good. Things are good. Business is good. But you can't do that. It just seems like everything you do today is an issue. Now, I have a lot of projects around here that I need a lot of digging. I got to do a lot of digging. I still plan to buy a shop, but I've got to run electric. So to run the electric, I probably got about 100 foot of ditch that I need to dig. And digging here is not fun because about the first 2 feet is nothing but rock, especially up where I'm going to be putting that. But I also got other projects. I got some drainage I got to put in by the new addition. I also got to dig up all my septic tank lines and redo those. And I'd rather not pay somebody to do something that I can do myself. But I don't want to dig with a shovel. That would kill this old man. So I've decided to buy a small mini excavator, which you get online, you see, I don't want to buy one of those expensive ones because it's something I'm only going to use for a year or two and probably sell. So I'm just going to buy one of the cheap $5,000, $4,000 Chinese jobs. Everybody, you see them on YouTube. Everybody's got one. They do the job. I don't have anything major I need done with it. As long as it can dig, and I've got that junk pile over there. I've got a lot of little stumps I can dig out just to overall make my land a little more user friendly. I'd also like to dig a little area in the corner back over there behind you. Can you turn around and look? I'd like to dig a little sitting area with maybe a koi pond one day. And I'm not doing that with a shovel. I'm too old for that, and I'm not digging in this, and it's terrible. But here's the problem, guys. And I'm sure a lot of you have experienced the same thing this day and age. You see the ads on Facebook. We got all these to choose from. And then you got to send them a message. Okay, there's really no physical place listed where you go look at it. That's what I'd rather do, is drive to a location, walk down the aisle, pick one out, say, deliver it. You can't do that these days. Everything is on Facebook stinking marketplace. And here's what happens. You see one, you're interested in it. You message this person. Is this still available? And you wait. 2 days later, yes. You get that answer. That's it. Yes. Where can I come look at it? Well, I'm not going to be here this day. I'm not going to be here this day, but maybe this day I'll message you. The day comes where they're supposed to message you and no message. Time and time and time again. I hate going to that Facebook. But where I live, there's really no brick and mortar buildings to go to. There are a few places, I think, in Fort Smith, but again, they advertise on Facebook or online, and it's a song and a dance to get anybody to try to sell you anything. I mean, just listen to that. I want to buy something, but I can't get anybody to cooperate on the seller's end. What kind of sense does that make? No wonder people are struggling today. They have no motivation. If I'm selling something, I'm going to damn sure check my email every hour and make sure I get back to the people who are interested in buying it. Now, I have been the seller on Facebook Marketplace, and you know what you run into there? The same problem. People will tell you, yes, we'll come look at it. You got 3 other people messaging you, and you tell those 3 other people, somebody's coming to look at it. Well, that somebody that's coming to look at it never shows up, and you've just lost the sale probably to 3 other people. That's how it works both ways with people today. People do not do what they say they're going to do. They have terrible business ethics. It's unbelievable. Here I am. I got $5,000 I want to give you. I want to give it to you for your item. But you don't get back to me. You don't want to sell it. Obviously. I've run into this the last couple of years. And that is one downside to living rural. You are relying on a lot of these ads to buy things. Especially if you want to buy something used. You rely on these ads, and you either have a million people in competition to buy something, which, you know, if one of them's lucky, they can get a hold of the seller, or you get no response from anybody that's selling anything. It's crazy. This is why our country is failing. This is why our economy went to shit. Because people, they don't want to work anymore. They're not motivated to make money. How can you complain and moan and groan that you can't make any money, but yet when you try to sell something, you're not responding to the people who want to buy it? Other things were more important, apparently, than earning an income. You tell me. But it's just aggravating. And so I'm at the point where I may just, I don't know. I don't need a tractor. I don't need a whole tractor, but I'm at the point where I might have to go to a dealer and get a tractor with a backhoe on it, because you can't find any of these things around here. Nobody wants to sell you nothing. They got them for sale. They take the time to make the ads, but they don't want to, when it comes time to actually selling it, they get lazy and they don't want to sell. But I only need something, and I'm not going to bother any of my neighbors, say, hey, come over and do this for me. I want the machine on my land. I can use it well, because I have a lot of projects coming up and I need to get these things done. I'm not going to play this song and dance with people on Facebook Marketplace. It is awful. And Craigslist, I don't even know that people still use that, but it's no better. It's you get on Craigslist, and all you see is these ads that are from California and everywhere else. You really don't know if something's local. And then once you look at something, you get on any other social media platform, and there's ads for these things. Well, there's ads out the ass, but nobody wants to sell it. You can advertise all day long, but if you ain't going to sell it, your ads ain't worth a crap, right? I mean, it does truly, it takes a lot to get me flustered, but just knowing I am ready to buy something and you can't buy it because people are lazy. People are lazy, they're irresponsible, they're unmotivated. And they're the first ones that you will hear complaining they're broke. They don't have an income. Well, it's because you ain't doing anything to earn an income, right? I'm not angry. It's just, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating that if you're on, you go for years. I went for years not being able to afford anything. And now that I can maybe afford this small purchase, I can't buy it. I can't buy it because there's nobody that wants to take the effort to sell it to me. I've never heard of such a thing, man. If my grandfather was alive today, or any of my grandparents, and I told them this story, they wouldn't believe me. Oh, you can buy anything you want. Just go buy it. It doesn't work that way anymore. The people aren't available. They might have the product, but the people aren't available to buy it. And so this morning, I got back to this guy. I said, you were supposed to message me this morning. I'm headed to Fort Smith this morning, the town where he supposedly is, is on the way there. Well, I decided I wasn't going to Fort Smith, but I could have still, it's 30 miles from me. I could have went and seen it, but I guess he works a night job, and he didn't get back to me because he got called into work. Well, what are you doing? Are you working? So apparently he's doing this on the side. You know, I don't know. But it seemed, I just dread asking, you know, and I'd seen something the other day I asked somebody about, and they're either not available or you got to wait 2 weeks, and then what happens is somebody else buys it. Oh, it's not available, and they fail to tell you. Oh yeah, it's sold. Whatever. Well, let me know what your experiences are on these things. It's, you know, it's a thing we are forced to deal with today. We don't really have any choice. A lot of the brick and mortar building businesses they're gone now. So you got people doing this kind of thing out of their home, but they're not responsible. You know, if I don't know who he has a deal with, and it isn't just this one guy. There's others that I reached out to in the area that don't answer you. What are you supposed to do? You know, you want to buy something and you can't. I have never had that issue ever in my life until the last couple of years. And it's crazy. Just trying to sell anything is also a problem because people they don't get, they could give you your word, they could give you their word, but it means nothing because they lie to you. They're irresponsible. I guess that's all I got. I had a good rant video coming, but this is something, it's only getting worse, man. I mean, who would have ever thought if you wanted to buy something, you'd have trouble buying something? Never heard of it, man. Happy trails.